at the Meyer Turku shipyard in Finland, where 3,000 people are finishing up construction on the largest cruise ship in the world. Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. Measuring in at 250,800 gross tons, this ship will contain 8 neighborhoods with a number of family-friendly attractions, thrilling amusements, and 28 different types of accommodations for passengers at sea. Now, the ship is only about 80% complete, but in this 80% are a number of amazing engineering marvels made up of steel, glass, and enough wiring to wrap around the globe twice. Let's go find out what's hopefully going to make Icon of the Seas one of the most iconic travel experiences. So I'm standing right in front of the ship, and honestly, I have no words to describe the scale of this thing. A screen doesn't do it justice, but I can tell you it's just absolutely enormous. I mean, it's about 20 decks tall, and everything is sort of tarped up on the outside, covered up. This is where the electricity is wired out. This is where all the tiles are laid. This is where the ship starts to come to life. We just entered the ship, and we're walking on down to our first stop. This is looking absolutely insane. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
My first stop on this walking tour of Icon was to check out Thrill Island, the ship's go-to neighborhood for adrenaline-pumping activities on decks 16 and 17. Thrill Island is home to Category 6, which will be the largest water park at sea, with attractions like the Flow Rider Surf Simulator, an open freefall slide, and so much more. Here, I met with Emily Rodriguez, one of Icon's senior project owners, who took me inside one of the water slides she's developed for the park.
This is some dangerous stuff. I'm just kidding.
It's worth it.
It's so worth it. Anything for the gram. Let's go into Hurricane Hunter. This is the second raft water slide that we have here in Category 6. This is going to be totally in the dark. Guests are going to be going through waterfalls, hearing storm sounds, super thrilling music, and all you're going to see is the hand-painted UV-lit murals. We wanted to really make the interior slide experience feel like you're going through a storm. You can see that when some of the daylight starts to hit
right. It starts kind of glowing.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the top. Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, this will continue to go up all the way up until deck 20. This is a 4-deck tall water slide.
4 decks.
The yellow slide that you'll see in the renderings is called Pressure Drop, a push-yourself drop slide from the top of that launch platform to a steep 66-degree drop. This is the first time that we put true sounds, speakers, hand-painted murals, LED rings, the culmination of all of these things that fit into the theme, combined it and put it on 6 water slides and put it on a ship.
What was the impetus behind that? Why?
I mean, this is Icon of the Seas. We had to be iconic in everything we did.
Right.
And thrill is a big part of Icon of the Seas. So we needed to make sure that we struck the right balance between thrilling experiences for those who were brave, those who were bold, and those who were really fearless. But at the end of the day, you really want to be on vacation mode, and you want to relax, and you want to connect with people, and you want to form memories. How you bond on thrill, it can take so many different forms, which is why we wanted to make sure we had a variety of different thrill experiences that families, friends, and people can really do together.
The next stop on the tour was to see the AquaDome. This neighborhood will offer a range of attractions, including an aqua theater, which hosts acrobatic and diving shows and a high-tech pool, and a number of dining and drinking venues with cozy seating areas for both daytime and evening hangouts. What's most impressive about the neighborhood is the giant 363-ton glass and steel dome that it's encased in, offering guests 220-degree ocean views at all hours of the day. Here, I got to speak with Jay Rosser, a senior project owner who had a hand in engineering this marvel of a structure.
So the AquaDome is the most complex and transformational neighborhood that we've ever conceived. The AquaDome physically is the largest freestanding dome at sea, which means when you stand in the space, there's not a single column that's there supporting it. It is over 400 tons in terms of weight. It's an incredibly impressive feat of engineering that's taken thousands and thousands and thousands of design and engineering hours to make sure that this incredibly complex environment is ship-shape. It actually was built on the pier off the side of the ship. There was an apparatus that had to be completely engineered to support the dome for the lifting itself. It was then lifted in one attempt over several hours and flew from the aft of the ship all the way over the ship, and then it was set into place. We had one shot at getting it right. And thankfully, as you can see from the environment around us, that yes, it worked out great and we're super happy with the result. We want to make sure that the guest experience of the AquaDome is just as impressive as the rest of the space. And you'll see that on day one with how the Overlook Lounge comes alive and it's complemented by Ryan Bean. We really want the AquaDome to be that central space that guests feel comfortable coming back to again and again. And so we're very, very excited about what the AquaDome means for our guests and what the AquaDome means as a feat for Royal Caribbean.
Next up, I got a sneak peek at some of the room types available for guests. Icon of the Seas will offer more family-aimed high-occupancy cabins than ever before for a Royal Caribbean ship, including what may be the most epic family accommodation in the world, a 1,772 square foot ultimate family townhouse that extends 3 decks high and sleeps up to 8 people. While I didn't get to see the townhouse in person, I did get to see 2 other accommodation types, a standard and a family infinite balcony cabin.
So this is one of the cabin slots where there isn't quite a room just yet, but this one's finished is going to be an infinite balcony stateroom. Imagine there's going to be a little window that kind of comes up and down, allowing your interior space to eventually turn into an exterior balcony. So you'll have amazing views of the ocean, the wind rushing in. Having a little window that opens your room out to the exterior world is going to make all the difference in terms of scale and your kind of position out in the world, out in the ocean. This room's a little more finished just to give you an idea of what these kinds of rooms are going to look like. All the layout, the bed's going to go right here, your couch is right here. This is going to be your balcony space, and outside is going to be the ocean, beautiful views. And if you get a little chilly, just put the window right up and there you go. A kid's space, if you need a little time to yourself. Put the kids to bed, go chill out on the balcony. Pretty good idea.
My final stop on this tour of Icon was to see Surfside, the neighborhood on Deck 7 dedicated to young families. This stay-all-day destination for kids under 7 and their adult caregivers will include family-friendly eateries, a candy store, a bar with a menu of matching kid and adult mocktails and cocktails, a splash area for the kids, an infinity pool for grown-ups. This is designed to be a youngster's dream that also has some fun for mom and dad. Here, I got to speak with Jennifer Goswami, Icon's Director of Product Development, who told me a bit about developing this uncompromising family experience for the ship.
What we really wanted to focus on here was making sure that while this neighborhood is intentionally designed for young families, it equally balances everybody in the family. The first thing we ever built for this neighborhood was Splashaway Bay and our Water's Edge pool. It is absolutely the pillar, the kind of foundation of this neighborhood. We've strategically placed a mommy and me bar next to the pool, a playground next to the pool. So we've taken everything we know and love, and we've heard our guest feedback. We've heard how they would rather have our experiences, and we've really made sure that we've built that and catered to that. The notion of the family for us is more than just a vacation. A vacation really symbolizes the time that you can spend together. We know that people will walk off of our sailings and they might not remember the carousel ride that they went on, but they will remember the Royal Caribbean cruise that they went on with their grandma and their grandpa. And we are creating these memories and we're really proud to be part of our guests' memories that they'll have for a lifetime.
From the looks of it, Icon of the Seas is going to be a groundbreaking ship for Royal Caribbean, introducing new venues, attractions, and accommodation styles, while returning or evolving fan favorites from past ships. While Icon puts a special emphasis on catering to young families, its myriad of attractions will provide entertainment for cruisers of all ages and interests. To see such a marvel of a machine under construction was quite the unique experience, and I'm eager to see how the ship will look and operate once completed and debuted in January of 2024. For updates on Icon of the Seas and other cruise news, visit thepointsguide.com.